this video we're going to be focusing on functional movements, so things that are important for day to day, our activities of daily life, such as walking, reaching tasks, getting in and out of the car, that kind of thing. So we're going to start first of all with some footwork. So these exercises are really good for helping you with walking, also helping you with getting on and off curbs, going up and down stairs, that kind of thing. So in a seated position, sitting nice and comfortably with your back supported, feet flat on the ground, we're just going to start with heel toe raises. So using our breath as well is a nice way of incorporating this with the movement. So we'll take a nice deep breath in as we prepare, and then as we breathe out, just rolling gently up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground as much as you feel comfortable. Inhale at the top and then exhale as you lower down, and then as much as you can, just placing more pressure through your heels as you lift your toes off the floor. Now, to begin with, you might find that you don't have a lot of movement. You might never have a lot of movement in your ankles. We're all different. So just be guided by how you're feeling and how much mobility you have in your feet. Remembering what we said about tension in the body as well. Sometimes that can restrict our movement. So just working into it, just accepting the level that you're at the moment. So breathe in, exhale to come onto your heels, breathe in, exhale to come onto the balls of your feet. And just working into this movement. And just do however many you feel comfortable to begin with. The next exercise we're going to do is marching on the spot. So this really works our hip flexors, and it starts to get the body moving as well in terms of blood supply, getting the oxygen into the legs as well. So with this exercise, we do really as well want to think about our breathing. So again, bringing that oxygen down to the base of your lungs. So take a nice couple of deep breaths in and out. And then we'll start to lift our feet off the ground. Again, just go as little or as high as you feel comfortable doing. It's right for you. At any point you feel you need to have a rest, you might find you can do a couple. Have a rest, get your breath again, deep breathing, and then start again. So these exercises, as I say, are really helpful for walking and also for lifting your legs up when you're going up and down stairs, when you're going off of a curb as well, or up a curb. Really good exercises to get the legs moving. Okay, and then just relax. Another exercise you can do as well in sitting with the legs is a straight leg raise, and this works the front of the thighs, really good for helping to straighten our knee. So when we do walk, we get that nice kind of straight leg, heel to the ground, to then push through to help with our locomotion. Also good for standing as well, building up to sit to stand exercises. So taking a breath in, and then as we exhale, we're going to straighten the leg out as much as we can, and then point the toe towards your nose, holding it for however long you feel comfortable, just a few seconds. Inhale, exhale, and then lower back down again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now you might find that your breath is quite different to mine in terms of how often you're breathing. I would be regulated by your breath, so don't try to adjust your breath to the movement. adjust the movement to your breath. So you're not looking to speed up your breath at all, you're looking to regulate your breath with the movement. And if you find your breath is at the moment a little bit slower than mine, or a little bit faster than mine, that's okay. But just, if you are breathing very, very fast, I would probably encourage you to slow your breathing down. So just go back to the breathing exercises we did in the earlier videos. Okay, so building up, and then you can hold it for a few seconds. So you could breathe in and out a couple of times, and then inhale, exhale to lower back down again. Okay, so there are some leg exercises you can do in sitting. In standing, we can also do these exercises. So with a chair, feet hip distance apart, and then breath in, exhale, and we come up onto the balls of our feet. Inhale, exhale, lower down, and then sink the heels into the mat and just lift your toes off the ground if you can. Don't worry if you can't, but just work on just encouraging your weight to go forward onto your toes, and then to go gently back into the heels. So as we come back, we're not looking to stick the bottom out at all to bring the weight through. We're keeping the bottom in, just leaning back, trying to put a little bit of weight through the heels, lifting the toes off the ground. And then again, come up high as you can, and then gently down. And this starts to work the muscles around your stomach, the muscles in your bottom as well in standing, starting to get a little bit more functional movement going on here. And then the same with marching on the spot. Again, if you want to hold onto a chair, just bring yourself slightly further away from the chair, and then we're working on lifting and lowering. Again, make sure that you're breathing as well, keeping your breath nice and regulated with the movement. And just bring up the knees as high as you feel comfortable. And that might just be lower down, nice and shallow, or slightly higher. And you might decide actually you don't need the chair. You might just want to hold on to one side, just to practice supporting with one hand. And then you might want to start to bring your arms in as well. So there's some exercises you can also do in standing. Okay, moving on to some spine work and some upper body work now. We're just going to look at transfers. So when you're thinking about transferring over left or right, so you've got to pick up something off the floor, or you're reaching for something off the table. Again, it's about kind of making sure that we're breaking things down based on the level in which you feel comfortable to do, in which your body feels able to do. So we're going to start with doing some transfers, just leaning over, just starting to bring your weight from your right bottom cheek to your left bottom cheek, just gently rocking from side to side. Again, feet flat on the ground, and just feel supported by the chair. And just keeping your breath, again, nice and regulated, slowing that breath down if you can. And then we can place the arms down by the side and start to lean down to the side a little bit as well. Just being supported again by the chair. And then starting to reach that little bit further now. So just reaching down. Again, just be guided by how much you can do. So you might still be at the earlier stage of this exercise, and that's absolutely fine. And then we can start to reach that little bit higher. And then maybe higher up. Just reaching forward, coming onto the right bottom cheek and just reaching up as well to the right, and then the same on the left. If you wanted to bring your breath in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, drive up, inhale, exhale, come back down again. Okay, if you want to pick up something and make it more functional as well, like a pen on the floor or something on the floor, we can also incorporate that into the exercise as well. So if you're placing a ball on the ground, I've got a ball I'm using, so I'm going to reach for that ball and then bring it round and place it down on the other side. Pick it up, bring it round the front or over the knees if you can't come all the way forward, and down. Just starting to work on picking things up off the floor. That could be anything. And if you're happy with this exercise, then carry on with this exercise for a little bit. Again, just using so many reps if you need to. If you're going to do 4 or 5, that's fine, 1 or 2, whatever you can do. And then from here, we can start to make that movement slightly bigger when you feel comfortable doing. So we could start to come up and maybe bring the arm all the way round, place it down, bring the arm all the way round and place it down. Okay. Or start to bring the ball overhead. Into the other hand, place it down. Overhead, into the other hand, and place it down. You see we're starting to get some overreaching exercises here as well. We're starting to stretch the tissues. Okay, but we're still in a comfortable position. We're managing to use our upper body here. We're still supported by the chair. And then to advance the exercise even more, might be a bit easier if we have our feet slightly wider than hip distance, coming a little bit further forward in your chair, reaching down, and then scooping all the way over and down. Okay, reaching down and scooping all the way over with the same arm and coming down. And reach. Okay, so that's kind of another exercise you can do to help to encourage reaching exercises. So if you're wanting to clean the windows, if you're needing to brush your hair, up and over exercises, really good, aren't they, for helping you to get that mobility back. Okay, moving on, we've also got other seating exercises we can do to help. So if you're slightly struggling with movement around the shoulders, what you can do is, I'm going to use a board, but you can, if you have a table in front of you, so sit at the dining room table for example, and just get yourself a cloth, something that's quite soft, and with the affected arm, just resting down and just making movements with that arm. So we're keeping the elbow relatively static, we're just moving all from the shoulder joint. So we're scooping round and scooping back. And the great thing about this is it's not a lot of friction, so it's nicely guided, not a lot of tension through the shoulder joint. We're getting those tissues to move and the shortened tissues to lengthen. Remembering that tension that I was talking about in my earlier videos, by doing this exercise, we're encouraging lengthening of the tissues, nutrients to the joint area, and also changes from that protective tension that we've been building up. So the more we do this exercise, the more it will bring down the nervous system and go, actually, this is okay, what we're doing here. We're creating new pathways to help to create more movement, and then we can start to build up. Okay, once you've managed to do that exercise, we can start to also bring a wall into the equation as well. So to encourage your arm range of movement, we can actually look at using a wall. So you would use the wall to bring your fingers up. So we're guiding the fingers up the wall and then guiding them back down again. You can do this sideways on, you can do this forward on. You can even look at sliding up diagonally as well. So if you have problems in certain movements, you can practice these movements on the wall. And again, you've got the wall to help to guide you. To build up that exercise, if you want to build a little bit more strength or even start to build what we call proprioception in the shoulder, which is to help to, with the position of your arms in space, is to use a ball, something that's squidgy. and then using the ball, pushing through the ball to guide yourself up and down, and just go up as high as you feel comfortable. Okay, and that really helps to mobilise through the shoulder, but you've got the wall to help and guide you. Okay, so moving on, another exercise that's really helpful is car transfers, obviously getting in and out of a car. Now, getting in and out of a car, we need that hip strength, don't we? We need to be able to bring that leg out to the side. So practicing this again at home in a safe environment is really helpful to help to encourage those tissues to strengthen and also to stretch, get those nerves working as well, to lengthen the muscles. And again, just nice comfy position in your chair at home. And we're just working, so to begin with you might want to start just working with the knee bent. So just stepping that foot out to the side and then bringing it back in again. And then the other side and bringing it back in again. So we're keeping those sitting bones where they are on the chair, and we're just encouraging the legs to go out and back. Okay, and that's starting to strengthen the outside hips and works on opening through the groin as well, lengthening through the tissues. And then we can start to incorporate our straight leg raise that we did a minute ago as well, where we lift the leg up and then take it out and bring it back and down. Okay, straighten the leg up, bring it out to the side, bring it back and down. Okay, and doing this exercise will help, as I say, to strengthen the appropriate muscles to help to bring that leg round. And then you can push yourself up, which we're going to go through sit to stand as well in a minute, which will also kind of work on strengthening through those quadriceps at the front of your legs as well. Okay, so it's breaking things down into components to make it easier for you, but by doing these exercises, overall you should find the overall functional exercise much easier. Okay, so to finish off then, let's do some sit to stand. So sideways on. Sit to stand exercises. What we're looking for here is we're looking to shuffle ourselves a little bit further forward on the chair, okay, and we're going to bring our nose over our knees, so we're coming forward, okay, arms down by our sides, or use a support on your chair if you want to, and then we're pushing up through our feet, so our feet are flat on the ground, hip distance apart, pushing up, nose goes over knees, and then coming up into standing. If you feel more confident as well having a kitchen surface in front of you or something to support yourself onto, you've got the surface in front, you've got the chair behind, you can build up again, can't you? And then lowering down, and you can also use the kitchen surface as a way of support as well, but not putting too much pressure through your shoulders. Okay, and again pushing up, squeezing through the stomach, squeezing through the bottom. Breathe in, exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale to lower. Remember me talking about the breathing as well in the earlier videos. By breathing in, we're getting the oxygen in the body, okay, to get ready to prepare to stand up, and using that energy out as we breathe out, using that force of energy coming out to help us to stand up, okay? And then we can make it slightly harder by having the chair there as confidence, but not sitting down. So almost like a squat to sit. So weight comes onto the back of our heels, so we're nice and light through the toes. And then you counterbalance with your arms if you want to, or have them down by your side. And we're just coming down as far as we feel comfortable, and then coming back up again. Weight through the heels, sticking the bottom out, and then coming back up again. Okay, so the bottom comes out, the shoulders remain nice and relaxed. And if you want to, again, use the kitchen surface, just a little bit of pressure, not too much, nice and light, just for stability. Just to work on your squats. Again, really functional, obviously, for getting up and down out of a chair. Really helpful incorporation with the other exercise, lifting your leg out as well for getting in and out of a car. and really good for walking as well, because you're using and strengthening all those key muscles in your legs, which will help to build resilience and strength in your legs to help you improve your walking. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you.